This news update is brought to you by...
They ask us how we do it, how we outrun the world. They ask us, how does it feel to fly? How do we dive headfirst into the deep? And emerge victorious. They ask us if we're afraid, if we're nervous, or if we ever feel lonely, so far away from home. But the truth is, home is always right here with us. Get ready to witness the magic of the Olympic Games like never before.
It's Friday, August the 5th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, in an explosive contention that puts it at odds with the health officials in Barbados, a well-respected environmental organization here is warning of a possible link between the current spate of premature deaths and the quality of the island's drinking water. The Future Center Trust, which raised the red flag in an interview with Barbados Today yesterday afternoon, is also questioning the official position of health authorities, who are associating the deaths to non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, and Barbadians' lifestyle. The Barbados Water Authority must have thought it had put this issue to bed when last month it was forced to deny reports circulating on social media that the sudden deaths, many of them in public, including at work and on the road, were due to the existence of lead in new water meters that had been rejected in Canada. In seeking to dispel what it called the erroneous reports, the BWA said the procurement of the new hydrous ultrasonic water meters followed stringent guidelines, consultation, and approval of the Barbados National Standards Institute. An official statement said the BWA, in conjunction with the Environmental Protection Department, the Ministry of Environment and Drainage, and the Environmental Health Inspectorate of the Ministry of Health, had a comprehensive and long-standing water quality monitoring program which involved bacteriological and chemical testing and analysis of water samples through the Government Analytical Services Laboratory and MDS laboratories in Florida.
No, NCDs don't only come from eating lifestyle, they also come from the toxic environment you have. You have issues where now diesel is being linked to persons developing diabetes, and very few persons seem to be aware of that. And nobody tests for hydrocarbons on the roadside in Barbados. Nobody tests for the nitrogen dioxide on the streets of Barbados. And there are many water-soluble chemicals that probably could be within our water, but who tests for those? I'm saying the time is right where we need to now also look at what we're testing for our water and look at increasing what the number of things that we test for. Because the jury is out on what is causing so many persons to come out so in this dilemma.
Chief Financial Officer of Deltro Group, Dean Del Mastro, has hit back at local business mogul Ralph Busy Williams, saying the Barbadian entrepreneur's recent comments regarding the multi-million-dollar solar power project served to mislead the Barbadian people on the intentions of Deltro. In an interview Wednesday with Barbados Today, Williams expressed reservations about the construction of a 20-megawatt solar farm on 70 acres of land by the Canadian-owned energy firm, warning that if permission were given for the project, it would be an unjust act against local alternative energy entrepreneurs whose efforts at getting similar treatment continued to fail. However, in a hard-hitting statement yesterday to Barbados Today, Del Mastro said Williams's comments seemed to encourage a Barbados that was close to investment, close to massive export economy, and close to building a more prosperous future for the people of Barbados. In other news now, Minister of Culture Stephen Lashley wants hotels which benefit from government's concessions to be forced to do more business with local visual artists. Lashley told Barbados Today it should be mandatory for such hotels to allocate money to buy local artwork to adorn their properties.
I still believe that, we need to get back. We need to get back to that point where we can get our hotels, spending some more money with our local artists, particularly those hotels that are changing out, doing renovations, or those new hotels. I believe that in providing significant concessions to hotels in Barbados, that it should be mandatory that they spend a percentage of their project budget on purchasing local art that would adorn the hotel. I think that should be made a condition of the concessions that are given to hotels, because I believe at the end of the day, what it will do is that it will not only save foreign exchange, but it will provide, much needed earnings for our artists. I think there's no reason why all that money need to go back out to Barbados in terms of the movement of foreign exchange, particularly when these hotels are getting a huge benefit from being the recipients of generous government concessions.
If all goes according to plan, Barbados could witness about $1 billion in investment, an additional 2,300 hotel rooms, and thousands of new jobs by 2019. In addition, a multi-million-dollar private-public sector investment partnership in performing arts center and marina project could be coming to the Carlisle Bay area. This strategy was outlined by Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc., Stuart Lane, yesterday as he addressed a media briefing at the Savannah Hotel, which the industry's performance for the first half of this year was revealed.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Read all about it, read all about it. Get your paper, only $2.25, let's get your paper.
You again with that stale news from yesterday. I got the Barbados today on my phone, and I just get my news for free.
What do she?
Barbados Today. News you can trust.
In regional news now, religious leaders from Brooklyn, New York are partnering with their counterparts in Trinidad and Tobago to help drive down the high rate of murders in that Caribbean Twin Island republic. The U.S.-based religious leaders have already helped bring down homicide numbers in Brooklyn over the years.
Sunday Mass or Friday Juma is not where you expect to hear a conversation about violent crime. But that's how this delegation of Brooklyn-based religious leaders has reached out to at-risk youth in their borough.
Faith-based institutions, I like to consider them the modern-day weathermen. They see the inclement environment of social storms long before they come on the radar of those of us who are in government. If we have that relationship, they can tell us about these issues. They knew crack was a problem long before it got on the radar of government.
They have partnered with local men of faith to form the TTUSA Clergy Council. The visitors, led by the president of the Borough of Brooklyn, Eric Adams, are making their first trip to Port of Spain to share their experience in helping to decrease gun crimes in their communities.
On the international scene, the Egyptian military says it has killed the head of the Sinai branch of the so-called Islamic State, along with dozens of its fighters. It said Abu Dai al-Asari was killed in a series of airstrikes on fighters of the Sinai province or the Ansar Beit al-Maqdis group. The airstrikes targeted jihadist strongholds near the town of El Arish. That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.